Mohammed Ali Shah, General Siwach is absolutely right. Saudi Arabia is running out of petrol. It's running out of liquid gold. And that is something that the UAE also realized and recognized a couple of decades ago. And that's why we have seen this boom in infrastructure. All of this infrastructure, Mohammed Ali Shah, is not possible without countries like, India and China. But obviously, the proximity that Saudi Arabia and India enjoy at this point in time, specifically in terms of distance, is also a game changer in this regard. So, to me, it appears, Ali, that Saudi Arabia needs us more than we need them.
Yes, Vineet, you are 100% right out there. You mentioned about, to your mind, 40 years back, it was Indira Gandhi who had gone to Jeddah. That it's actually very surprising that no Indian Prime Minister has gone there before. In 40 years gap, Narendra Modi was the first after 40 years. About 30 years back, my father was the Indian defense attaché to Saudi Arabia. So he was there for 3.5 years. So we used to spend a lot of time in Riyadh and in Jeddah, in Dammam, and in such places. Now, the attitude of the Arabs at that time and now, it has changed drastically. Yes, I remember mid-90's, the Arabs had got fresh wealth. Oil was discovered just quite recently, you can say sometime there. And even they would know at that time that the oil wouldn't last long. The liquid gold, which you mentioned, would not last long. So it was, they would ultimately, they want to strengthen their ties. Like, I'll give a small example, like, for example, we had two friends and I right now am in a position where, but that position will not last long. So I know ultimately it will, I'll have to give it up. Similarly, in mid-90's, Prince Khalid bin Sultan, he was the defense minister of Saudi Arabia. He had come to India in his private aircraft. My father and him, they had flown down. So the ties between, the defense ties between Saudi Arabia and India were good, yes. But right now, I would say they would strengthen even further because a gesture, a small gesture, like, the moment the Prime Minister entered the airspace, they had fighter aircraft escorting them. That itself spoke volumes about how much regard they would have for the Indian Prime Minister there in Saudi Arabia. Now, most certainly, Mr. Modi and the Crown Prince, they will co-chair the second meeting of the Strategic Partnership Council that was established during the Prime Minister's visit in 2019. That was to strengthen the bilateral ties. Now, on Wednesday, the Prime Minister, who was received by the Saudi Arabia's highest civilian honor, it was in 2016, in fact, Mr. Modi had got the highest civil order from Saudi Arabia. Now, he will also visit a factory where there are a lot of Indians there employed in the factory. Now, there are areas in Riyadh also. Jeddah is one thing. In Riyadh, for example, there is Batha, Al-Akharia is a supermarket. Then there is Suleimania, where there are a lot of Indian reside. Similarly, in Jeddah, we saw about 3 years back, a video had gone viral of the Indian defense attaché to Saudi Arabia, now Brigadier Grewal, that time Colonel Grewal, when the Sudan crisis, remember, we were reporting about Sudan crisis, that time he had spoken, he had put his hand on his waist, he said, gentlemen, do not worry, the Indian army is here. And that's the time from Sudan, all the Indians were evacuated to Jeddah and brought back to India safely. So Jeddah has always played a very, very pivotal role as far as India is concerned, and the relationship between Saudi Arabia and India. Now, Prime Minister is also going to be talking about the Hajj quota. Because I remember in mid-90's, we had done Hajj. We had performed several Umrahs. Umrahs are the lesser Hajj, the smaller version of Hajj, in fact. So, that time, there were certain difficulties. They were made easy by the Indian embassy there that time, yes, no doubt. But now I feel with Prince Salman's relationship with our Prime Minister, Prince Salman, since he is also the Prime Minister of Saudi Arabia, so most certainly, Vineet, is going to go, this visit, I see it going a very, very long way in the future.